How's it going, internet people? Little, balding gamer community of vlog action here today before I go to work. But I did want to point your attention to, it's this right here. It's a Harada's bar. Now, for those of you who play Tekken, you probably know exactly who this guy is. So you don't need me telling you, but the nice thing about the new age of technology, where people on Twitter are yelling, people are experts everywhere you look, everybody's an expert on everything. I've been playing Tekken for 1,000 hours. I am obviously better than 99% of the population, and therefore my opinion should be listened to. There's this really interesting program, Harada's Bar. He's one of the lead developers. I don't even know what his title is at this point. I think he's gotten promotion after promotion at Bandai Namco. Is anybody you really want to know the mindset of and know where he's going if you plan on playing Tekken in the future? This is the guy you got to keep tabs. This episode, this most recent episode, Gen was a fantastic younger Japanese player, and it's kind of nice to see this back and forth between Harada and the player base, because as Harada acknowledges in the video, he says this is different because the players are asking us questions and we are asking the players questions. He actually does ask about competition. He asks if there's some players you don't want to run into in bracket. They give props to Nobi-san over in Japan, one of the greatest veterans and one of the most funniest motherfuckers I've ever seen playing this game either. You should go watch that man stream if you don't. Double talks about Double beating his ass in tournament, maybe not wanting to see him as often. Talks about Arslan Ash and the rise of the Pakistani scene. And he talks about Anakin, strangely enough. I didn't realize that Gen has never defeated Anakin, which is interesting. One of the main things was, when asked about the newest Tekken game, Gen basically said it as blatantly as he could. He said, you don't have to answer if you can't answer it. Like, you're not contractually obligated. NDAs are a motherfucker. They take that stuff very seriously. Harada is one of the top guys who really, really takes pride in not leaking shit. So when it does happen, he's not happy. So obviously Gen asked him, is there a new game version gonna come out? What's the plan right now? Because usually these kind of things are announced at offline events, like big ones like EVO or big game shows like E3. Neither of those are currently an option. So just being asked in a bar in Japan, let's go for it. I kind of appreciate the candid nature of this whole thing. And he answers exactly how you might expect. I can't say nothing, because what kind of boss would I be if I'm walking around blabbing about something oh yeah, man, we're working on SNK versus Namco. Fuck CVS. Let's talk about SVN. He can't say anything specifically, but what he can say is that Tekken 7 has gone on long enough. And these are his words he's put in. I'm not sure if it's actually... I'm not sure how well it's translated, but that definitely does seem like exactly what the Tekken 7 fanbase has been saying for a little while, is that a new game is necessary. The current game has the cycle of development, the cycle of releases and all those things. It's just reached the end of the railroad track. There's nowhere else you can really go with this game, I think. I think even introducing a new character would be awkward. You could maybe bring back some legacy characters, maybe Wang, maybe, I don't even know who's left at this point. They brought back Safina, that you could bring back Christy maybe, but is that even worth it? Eddie is trash in Tekken 7. But there were a few really interesting points when he said that Tekken 7 had gone on long enough. Was that not only did they plan on ending the game after Season 2, which makes sense, I can kind of see, you can see the number of characters and the amount of support. He says that the profit margin for Tekken blew past all their expectations. He said they did not expect to go past Season 2, did not expect the game to sell as well as it did retail-wise down the line. They did not expect the uproar for more content, and then when they did get that, and when they saw it happen, they immediately said, well, I guess we got to keep it going. Why would we stop now if the game we already recouped our development cost? It's going to cost us more time, energy, and resources to develop more for this game, but it's definitely paying off. Like, people are playing this, people are buying it still. I think it's over 7 million copies at this point. Some ridiculous number. It's very high. Worldwide sales of this game are fantastic. I think that makes a lot of sense. It's very rare. It's very rarely not on sale. Like, very rarely do you have to pay a full $40 plus to get Tekken. With the DLC, they just like to throw it. Yeah, man, just pay $10. It's on Game Passes. It's on tons of stuff. So Tekken's an accessible game that's on every major console. It's on Xbox. It's on PlayStation. It's on computer. Obviously not on Switch because graphically intensive, I guess. And one thing he does mention, didn't make a pick of it or nothing, but it says, we have a future. It says, I can't say specifically what we're working on. We might not even be working on anything, but we have a future. So he's definitely giving you the big nod, which is something's coming. We can't talk about it yet because this isn't the place or the time. If I was to offer my own speculation about it, I would say that there's probably just a new Tekken numbered game coming, although it might be awkward. Usually in between, if I had to put my money on it, I'd say Tekken 8 is on the way. But then again, it could easily be some kind of maybe Tekken Tag 3, which I doubt. Some kind of cross game. I think in my dreams, there is a new cross game where they get a new partner to play with besides Street Fighter, because Street Fighter X Tekken was such a disaster in so many ways and for so many reasons. I think they're still not. I think they said Tekken X Street Fighter is still in the works, but it's so far in the distance. I really doubt that's the next game. So if I had to guess, I'd say it's probably Tekken 8 or some form of side Tekken, something new we haven't seen before. Maybe a free-to-play version to compete with League of Legends. Maybe straight up just Tekken Tag 3, maybe they recoup an old game and kind of try to, I don't know what they would even try to do, but I do know I'm very excited for it, and I hope you guys are too. So I'll see you later.